Hello. Sorry, it was a little bit of a late welcome. I heard the music stop.
Like 30 seconds late?
Well, no. It wasn't 30 seconds. I was trying to speak right after the music stopped, and it stopped before I was ready, and I was playing with lights and had to drop everything and say, hey.
You were playing with lights?
Yes.
There's no video on this.
I was trying to set the mood.
Did you?
No. Well, I set the mood outside, but I didn't get to set the mood inside.
Not outside.
I'm trying, but you're like just sitting there on a computer doing stupid stuff while I'm trying to do like real things here.
Everything I do is important, Carrie.
Really, Kevin?
Oh, yeah.
Everything you do? Like right now, you look at your favorite shows. Anyhow, your favorite show that you've been watching today was, what are you watching now? Not Orange is the New Black. The guy that makes the meth.
Breaking Bad?
Yeah, that thing.
Well, it's almost done. There's like 3 episodes left.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Kit.
It's an
how
old
you doing?
show.
And Beard. Well, thanks, Beard. I don't know what that means, though. I don't understand the redeeming story times. I don't understand any of this in the chat room.
It's because you're not really a Twitch streamer. You're
Right.
a multi-streamer, and you don't really know how any of the streams work.
Yeah, right. Jeez. I don't know. So tonight, we're keeping things simple with our drinks. I'm back to my Tullamore Dew, and you're back to your
It's Knob Creek.
Knob Creek bourbon.
Their basic bourbon.
Yeah, basic bitch bourbon. Yeah.
It's good
There you
though.
go.
It's very smooth. And
Corn. It's like you're drinking corn. I like corn, but I don't want to drink it.
You just need a little bit of ice. You need to bring the temperature down a little bit, but you don't want it like freezing cold. It's not like
It tastes like corn.
And then it has a very distinct taste.
Yeah. Who wants to drink corn? Eat popcorn? Yes. Eat corn on the cob with butter? Yes. Eat cream corn or corn on the side dish or whatever? Sure. I don't want to drink it. That's just gross.
You do. You drink
I
Tito's.
don't. Yes, but it doesn't taste like corn.
It's still corn.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't taste like it. I'm just saying. I've never met a bourbon I've liked.
That's fine. You're allowed to not like bourbon.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. So tonight we have some not weird things, because we're always weird, but tonight we have some things that were like, well, I'm going to start off easy, and then we have a few things to bitch about. Not trying to be political. It's not really, I guess it is. I don't know what the fuck it is anymore. You'll see when we get there. And then we will end with something a little lighter, I think. I'm not sure. It's things that you picked, so God only knows. So, KJ saw a Guinness commercial and started meowing. She asked why. Aw, that's so sweet. Aw. KJ does know it's also a, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think she minds. I think she knows that we're probably alcoholics, so it's okay. We gotta meet KJ. I have to send you Kit. Jeez. You think I've been drinking like crazy. Kit, I need to send you the application for the car show. We definitely want to go. I forget when it is, though. I know you sent me the thingy. I have to look. But you might have to send it to me again, because I'm a mess. You know that. I'm just double checking here. Yeah, you're going to need to send it to me again, love. And then I'll make sure I fill that out. So, because we definitely want to go. Anywho, so our first talking point tonight, keeping it fairly simple and lighthearted, but also confused. Well, at least I am. And Kevin, I don't think has seen this. It's an article in the New York Times. And I wanted to bring this up a while ago, but we kept running out of time, which is not a bad thing. So this was like published May 1st and updated May 7th. And I'm very confused. So it says, from best friends to platonic spouses. Some people are taking their friendships to the next level by saying I do to marriages without sex. So that was kind of my marriage to my ex-husband for like the last 6 years of it.
But it didn't start that way.
No, it didn't start that way. And also he was gay. So, just saying, And I'm glad, Kit, that she knows that we're alcoholics. We're good now. KJ, you're mean, but I still love you. So yeah, and beer, definitely tune in tomorrow night to the ladies' night. You should ask us some questions. Kit, you got to put up our email. I don't remember it. I know I sent it to you. I could find it, but you can handle the chat room way faster than I can. So anyhow, from best friends to platonic spouses. And I'm confused. I'm so confused because the picture, so it's two women. One is definitely in what looks to be I guess a bridal gown. The other one is, I mean, in a beautiful silver kind of lame gown with a beautiful veil. So they got married. They've been best friends since 2011, and they got married in 2020. And they share a bed without any physical contact.
Oh, they share a bed?
Yes. So here's the little here's the little thing here. So the one woman's name is Jay and the other one is Crystal. So I'm going to read this to anyone who is not looking at the link or doesn't subscribe to the Times because they only give you so many articles for free, you know. But anyhow, so it says on November 14th, 2020 at Greenwood Hall in East Islip, New York, Jay Guercio, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, and Crystal Purificato donned wedding gowns, walked down the aisle, exchanged rings, and shared their first and only kiss. Ms. Purificato is in the process of changing her last name to Guercio?
Maybe Guercio.
I don't know. I want her to continue to be my best friend and my life partner, said Ms. Guercio, whatever, a 23-year-old student studying professional communications at Farmingdale State College. The besties, both queer and open to dating anyone but each other, met in 2011 and decided to get married in September. They sleep in the same bed, but their relationship remains platonic. They wanted to get married because they wanted to be legally and socially recognized as a family. We wanted the world to know we are each other's go-to person in the world and to be able to handle legal matters with the other appropriately. We are a couple, a unit, and partners for life. They said their marriage is stable, it's long-lasting, and it has no conditions.
What does that mean? No conditions.
Meaning, like, you know, we're you know, we can, see other people unless or accept. It's just like, whatever.
Do we have conditions?
Do you and I have conditions? Yes. My condition is you never have any kind of relationship with another woman that is in any way, shape, or form sexual, physical, anything like that. No kissing, no hugging, no none of that. And you don't want me to do any of that either with a guy.
Okay.
Those are our
so
conditions.
That's the conditions. But didn't they just say they can date anyone except each other? Isn't that a
Right.
condition?
Well, okay. Now you're splitting hairs.
I'm just
I
saying.
I hate you.
I'm just saying.
Hi,
That's
Ace.
a condition.
All right. So this is, I
wasn't
guess.
Sure. Yeah. Maybe they're just talking about their hair or something.
Their hair?
Yeah. Maybe they just don't use conditioner.
Oh, God. You'd think by now I'd be ready for your silliness. So Kit, I kind of agree with you. So she's saying, so instead of getting married, just get power of attorney for each other. So I get that, right? Like, I mean, like you get married, and I mean, I guess if I suppose if you know that you are never going to want to get married for romantic reasons, that this wouldn't be a terrible thing. So that somebody else definitely has power of attorney and all that, like, and can,
I don't know how you can know that, but
right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
because I didn't want to get married until I met the right person. It wasn't like I was looking to get married.
Who is the right person? Who is this bitch? I'll cut her.
It was you.
Oh, okay. You're lucky. I mean, I'm confused. And Kit says like she has her best friend as her point of contact for emergencies. And yeah, I get that. But like, I don't know. Like, they're young, okay? Like, I'm not going to try to shout out my age here, but they're much younger, right?
It's probably partially tax benefits too.
I don't think they're caring about that. Yeah, well, yeah, maybe. Who said? Oh, Beard. Oh, yeah, Beard. Maybe, but I mean, one's 23 and is still studying in college. I don't know the other. So I don't think they're even thinking about that. I just think that, like, I mean,
isn't this what the anti-gay marriage people warned us about? That people would get married who, for business reasons or something.
Well, what's wrong with that, though? I mean, there are plenty of marriages that happen basically for business reasons.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying.
Right. I mean, if you know what you're going into, I mean, Like, look at Bill and Melinda Gates. I don't know if they were ever in love, but they stayed together for a very long time simply for business reasons and to stay together for their kids' sake.
I mean, like, royal marriages were often arranged for political reasons.
I saw that too, Kit. Yes, that's true.
So,
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't, I don't care that it's... sorry. I don't care that it's two women. I don't care if it's two men. Yes, I am shushing myself. I don't care about that aspect of it. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. So go live your life. That's fine. Whatever. More power to you. I'm just trying to understand. And I guess my whole point in this that bothered me from the very beginning when I read this was, so, and again, I don't want to sound like the old woman in the room, but they're young. They're very young. Like, I was too young when I got married the first time. I was 22. And I know Kit's going to be like, I was 18 or 19, I forget now. But I mean, like, but I think she agrees too. I think it was too young. And I don't know that, so they're getting married and they're keeping it platonic, and that's fine. They're like best friends. What happens if they find someone that they just go head over heels with and want to like spend the rest of their lives with that person? Then they're going to have to divorce this person. Like, I don't know.
It seems like
18,
they're not exactly redefining, but they're expanding the definition of marriage a bit.
That's a good point. Yeah. They said there's no statistics about the number of platonic best friend marriages, right? I mean, so, all right, you know what? I'll be honest. I kind of almost, I was sort of in that position. So when Philip and I, when he finally, we finally had like the breakthrough moment where he finally admitted that he might have questions about his sexuality. I was like, Jesus Christ, I've only had questions about that for years now. He was very concerned about appearances and how people would handle it. And he does teach in a awkward, more strict-ish school district. And so I said to him, I made him an offer. I said to him, I'm like, if you want to stay married for appearance purposes, at first I was like, well, maybe we should get divorced. And then I'm like,
I mean, he's not like Prince Philip or anything, you know what I mean?
Right. But I told him, I was like, it's okay if you don't want to let anyone know that we're divorced. I'm okay with that. Like, I will still go to Christmas parties or whatever with you as your wife. Like, I don't mind. And I mean, I think he really appreciated that, but I think he realized that was probably not the best thing to do. And so, he's like, no, it's okay.
Probably made it harder for you both to move on.
Yeah. But I mean, what made it harder for us both to move on? I mean, we were still back at the house together. Like, like you came along and like you came to the house in Greentown. And like, it was like, but at that point I, like managed to like get him to take over the mortgage, but I mean, he is like my best friend. I mean, next to you, obviously you're my best friend. But I mean, like he, like, non-husband, non-spouse wise, he's my best friend. And, I mean, I guess, if I could see us making one of those deals, like, if, there was nobody, we had nobody by the time we were X age, maybe we would have done something like that. Like, just like, fuck this. And we'll just like get married. So all the things are more legalized or whatever, or at least move in together to handle like the house together or whatever. I mean, I could see that happening. So I guess this isn't that much different, but they're so much younger. I just feel like there's more issues by doing it now in their like early 20s rather than waiting. But I mean, I don't know.
But I mean, it's not I don't like to necessarily use the words traditional, but it's not a traditional marriage in that sense, because you're not cutting yourself off to other relationships.
That's true.
So
that's true.
Does that
it's an
change
open marriage.
Your thought on it's too early?
I'm going to sound again like an old woman, but I've been around the block. I have some experience. I sound like my mother now, trying to like tell the younger me, don't be silly or whatever. But I mean, I just think that at their age, they don't need, unless, well, I don't know the whole story, right? So maybe their families disowned them for being queer. I don't know. I'm sorry that our dogs are going crazy as soon as we start talking. They do this when I'm doing my lessons on school online too. So.
Or I'm in a meeting.
Yeah. Then they come up and start playing, and yeah. So we're very professional here. So, I mean, maybe their families disowned them because they're queer. I don't know. I mean, some families are
sorry,
assholes.
I missed that. I didn't realize
Yeah,
they were.
they're queer. They're not into each other.
So they are lesbian.
No, queer.
So,
dude,
what does that mean?
What are you, like 110? Queer is undefined, like kind of like exploring and figuring things out and whatever. They're like all over. So maybe their family.
Maybe I want you to explain to the audience.
Maybe their families. Thanks. Maybe their families, had a problem with that. I don't know. I mean, I'm all right. Now I'm going to be very judgy, not judgy, but I'm going to be very ethnicist. I don't know. I'm looking at their last names. So the one's name is Purificato. I'm pretty sure that's Italian. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's an interesting name.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Right. And the other one that I'm not sure how to pronounce. I don't know if that's Spanish, Brazilian, like of Hispanic origin, or could be Italian.
I don't know. I read it as like Guercho, but
no, you don't pronounce that like that. It would be Guercio. If it was Hispanic, it would be Guercio. Guercio.
If it was Spanish.
Yes. If it's Italian, it would be what? Guercio? Is it CI's ch?
Yeah.
I don't know. So anyhow, as we're going down this weird rabbit hole of pronunciations, regardless, if one is, if or both are of Latin origin or of, Italian origin, chances are they're coming from a Catholic family. And chances are, I'm not making blanket statements, but chances are their families may be less receptive to who they are.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with marrying each other?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe so I'm sorry. I'm taking a very long time to get my point. To my point, I apologize. So maybe their families like disown them. They have nobody. They feel like they don't have anyone, and so that's why they are marrying each other. So they have that one person that they can always count on, even if they go somewhere else and they wind up with somebody else or whatever. They always know that person is like going to be in charge of my like well-being if I'm 70 and fall and break a hip or what. I don't know.
I guess I don't know.
I mean, it could be very foresightful. I don't even know if that's a word, but
yeah, I mean, it's not. I think a lot of people want marriage to be forever, and I want it to be forever with you, but a lot of people are not thinking of marriage as forever. Like, you can undo it. You can get divorced.
That's what Kit said. She said, sadly, marriage is not as sacred as it was with our grandparents when they stayed together for life. Now divorce is not as taboo.
Which is good and bad, right? It's like, you can be a little bit more comfortable in getting into a marriage because you don't have to be like 1,000% sure that
you're going to be with this person for the rest of their lives.
Because you don't want either partner to feel like they're stuck after a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years.
Well, I mean, I was with Philip for 7 years.
You can change.
And, I mean, it was a little bit rough because we always butted heads, but it was, I mean, I didn't have a problem with it, And if it hadn't been, I mean, I know this sounds stupid. It's like, oh, well, yeah, but he was gay. And that kind of like, erases everything. But like, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that I would have, had that not been an issue, because that's a big issue for me. Had that not been an issue, I don't see myself having, I don't think I would have ever gotten divorced from Philip. I mean, he's a handful. You've met him many times. The man's a handful and a half. But yeah, I mean, so, and like, marrying you, like when we were dating, I said that I was like, yeah, I'm not really interested in getting married again. And I didn't think I was. And then you came along and I'm like, oh, you just fucked up my whole Zen vibe.
It's a big sigh there.
Yes, just saying. So Kit says, I gave my first 10 years, but could not handle the emotional abuse anymore and the cheating. Yeah, okay. So right there, like, first off, emotional abuse, oh, fuck no. And secondly, the cheating, even double the fuck no. So, like, that would have been, see, for me, I have no tolerance for that at all. And it sounds hypocritical because when Philip and I were still married, it was after about 7 years that like things started kind of falling apart in the physical department, right? And I mean, I'm not proud of this, but like I tried a long time. Like I tried a lot of things for a long time to get him interested. And again, hindsight's 20/20. Now, of course he was gay, and so naturally, I feel a lot better about what happened. But like I tried, and it wasn't working, and I wound up having an affair. Not proud of that. But I mean, it wasn't an affair either. I mean, like, I was having an affair, and it was enough to push me to go to New York City, to move away from Philip, and to, like, start off on my own. And, I was with that guy for 7 years too. And so, I mean, it wasn't like just a fling, whatever. And I'm not proud of how I, handled it. But at the same time, I feel justified now. And I don't know if that's, like, the right thing to do or say, but, I mean...
Well, it might have not been like the 100% best way to handle it.
No,
it wasn't the worst way to handle it either. So
no, the definitely the worst way to handle when I left that guy for you. That was not good. Like I didn't, and he'd always said to me, if you ever find someone else, just let me know. And I just couldn't do it. I couldn't break his heart. I felt really horrible about it. Yeah. And he found out about us getting married in a newspaper. I'm like, oh, because his sister-in-law, his ex-sister-in-law, saw the announcement in like the Honesdale newspaper, and then she told him. Yeah, so that was not one of my proud moments, but yeah. And Beard, like, relationships are based on trust and agreements. Make your conditions clear and keep your end of the bargain. Yeah, no, I agree. So I mean, it's. I mean, I guess there's no difference. I mean, like, these two women who, decided to marry each other in a platonic relationship. I mean, I guess it's okay. I mean, it seems like,
Yeah, I mean...
Why not? And it's interesting because they're saying that we've really normalized heterosexual monogamous romantic relationships. Wait, I'm confused. You've normalized heterosexual monogamous, romantic relationships to the point of stigmatizing other kinds of relationships. Oh, that's from a marriage and family therapist. All of this is to say, I think this probably happens a lot, but people don't talk about it much because their relationships are invalidated by others when they're seen as not being part of the norm. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't care. You want to marry your dog? I mean, that's a little weird, but hey, go for it. It doesn't personally affect me, so why would anyone care? Like, I don't care. I was just trying to figure out, like, why.
Well,
like, I'm not against this at all. Like,
yeah,
you want to marry your best friend and it's, whatever. But I'm trying to understand why.
But the legal advantages that come with marrying someone are very specific.
Well, like Steven and Fernando.
Yeah, you get,
you're able to go to the hospital because you're that person's spouse.
Yeah, and you become like the de facto person.
But there's for everything, and there's all these horrible stories of people who were gay who before now when things have gotten better for the LGBTQ community, where they were life partners. They've been together for like 30, 40 years, and one gets put in the hospital and like the other goes to like whatever, and like, you can't come in and see this person. You're not, next of kin. It's like, yeah, I kind of am, but they didn't have the legal paper. And it's kind of like, really? Like, that's all you care about is the piece of paper that proves that I'm, it's just.
Somebody decided that for healthcare rules that.
Well, healthcare in this country is a fucking nightmare shit show disaster, and we know that. So
yeah, I don't know why. I'd be curious to know a little bit more about like why there are specific rules about who can visit you at the hospital. Is it like a concern about people who potentially like wish you ill or something? Like, I don't know. You got to fight with someone, and that person shows up at the hospital to like finish you off. Like,
it's probably
I don't know.
It's probably built in from like olden days where it's like it's just the family, the next of kin. That's it. Like,
I mean, if I'm in the hospital and like my friend wants to come visit me, like, who cares?
If you're on your deathbed, like, I don't understand. Like, if you're on your deathbed, it's like, why can't I come see you?
Yeah, like,
it's stupid.
Whoever wants to come see me, sure, anybody, fine. You can watch me die, like, if you really want to, sure.
Okay, so now this is a word I have to look up.
A word you have to look up.
Can you look it up? So,
what is it?
It says Kim Ryder, 40, never considered marrying a best friend, though she considers herself to be non-binary. I know what that means. Aromantic and bisexual. Aromantic. I have no idea. Aromantic. Aromantic. She lives in Dortmund, Germany, and is unemployed. She tried OkCupid in 2013 and found her husband, who is aromantic and asexual.
Do you want the dictionary or the Urban Dictionary?
No, give me the dictionary, because Urban Dictionary can do some crazy shit.
It says an aromantic person is someone who experiences little or no romantic attraction to other people. Being aromantic is not the same as being asexual.
So the guy was aromantic and asexual.
Oh, both.
Interesting.
So you don't
have any romantic feelings for anyone.
Is a romantic
is it maybe
different
because
than a sexual attraction?
Yeah, because you could just want to like fuck somebody and not be in love with that person. That's how we started. Friends with benefits. Yes. So you just wanted to have sex with me. You didn't want to like be in love with me and like woo me. Correct? Correct? See, he's being dead silent.
Trying to understand.
He doesn't want to admit that I'm right in that case, but you know.
I'm just trying to. Can you be in? So the question is,
can you be in a relationship?
Can you be in a romantic relationship that's not sexual?
Why not?
What sorts of things would define that?
You could be kissing and loving and holding hands and, you know, like sitting together and watching your favorite show. And you could do all that stuff and just not have sex. I think.
Is that different than a close friend?
Well, think about it this way: much older people. So people who've been married for a long time or whatever. You're, 80 years old. Maybe you're not getting it up anymore, right? You're 80 years old and maybe you're just not really into sex, but you still love the person, very much. You're in love with the person. You touch them and you're,
Right,
and,
but you're also like in love with like your child or your parent.
No. You're not in love with a parent or child. That's disgusting. You love them. Being in love is romantic. You don't ever say, I'm in love with my mom. Holy shit. Not unless you have some serious Oedipus complex going on.
Okay. So.
And I'm looking at a whole new light now.
I'm just trying to figure out the line between, like, what are the actions that define someone who is, like, being romantic versus being sexual?
Sexual, you can just have a one.
Like,
wait,
I
no.
get the
sexual, like you can just have sex and be like one and done. You did it a couple times.
Okay, I get that.
Like the bass clarinet player, were you romantically interested in her? Okay. You were barely sexually interested in her, but there you go.
The romantic part.
Yes, that's when you start having those feelings, those emotions, those like. I mean, like when I look at you, and I just like you still make me feel. Just like, I don't know, I get silly, like looking at pictures of you and like, I'm like, oh, and I smile and I'm just like, and it's like that warm, fuzzy feeling. Like I just, like that's being in love. Like you don't say that about your kid. You don't say that about your parents. You say you love them because you adore them. You think they're wonderful and you care about them and all that, but like you don't feel any kind of like, did you want to kiss your mother? Like romantically?
Well,
there's a difference between being in love and loving someone. You give your mom a peck on the cheek or maybe a little on the lips, but you don't tongue her. So
when does the romance of kissing become sexual?
As soon as it's open mouth. As soon as it's open mouth. Kit, yes, this is definitely a topic for tomorrow. Please remember this. And Kit, I want your opinion. So he said, when does kissing become romantic? I said, as soon as your mouth opens. It doesn't even have to have a tongue involved. But if you have an open mouth kiss, that is no longer platonic. A platonic kiss is your lips are together and you go.
Okay, so what's the difference between platonic, romantic, and sexual? There you go. There's the.
Are you talking just about kissing, or are you talking about like in general?
Well, in general, but you brought up kissing, so now we're talking about kissing. Like, is platonic kissing a thing? I mean, I guess your friend, like.
Yeah,
right?
I've kissed Tracy. I've kissed Allie. I've kissed a whole bunch of people like that.
You can kiss platonically.
Kissed my sister.
Can you kiss romantically?
I've kissed you romantically.
Is that open mouth or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Or even, so it's a difference between the way you're handling your lips. So if I kiss you, like with my lips tight together, like that's not really romantic, although we're together. But if I do more of a softer kiss, right? Instead of going, I go, Like there's a difference. It's like my lips are a little bit more open, like maybe not open mouth, but they're softer. There's a difference. And then if it's open mouth, right? And you know, clearly, you know, he's so, not like that. But like if you have an open mouth kiss or even add some tongue or whatever, that can be romantic too. Did you never see Pretty Woman? She would do anything but not kiss on the mouth because she felt that was like too romantic. She was trying to keep things strictly,
I'm just trying to understand where romantic becomes sexual. That's all. Because you said that there's a line, right?
A line with what?
Romantic. Someone could be. So that I'm trying to understand this. Aromantic versus asexual.
Right.
So you can feel sexually attracted to someone but not romantically attracted.
If you're aromantic, yes.
Right? And I'm just trying to understand.
But if you're asexual, you're not interested in sex at all.
What that means.
So if you're asexual, you're not interested in sex. Like you could care less. Like Philip is pretty much asexual.
But okay, so maybe the romantic part is like holding hands.
Yes, and being together and like putting your arm around me. The little things, like, you know, when I go to do something or like go through the door and you gently touch my back and guide me. Those are romantic things, which is what fucked me up when we were friends with benefits.
Okay. I'm not. All right.
See, I've told you so.
I'm not trying to be weird or gross or anything, but when you have like, I feel like there is a very fine line, it sounds like, between the romance and like
sex,
your kid, loving your kid, because you'll
there's
hold your
not
kid's
a
hand,
fine line.
because you'll hold your kid's
would you hold your kid's hands like this? Like with the so for those of you who are like, what the hell's going on right now? So I'm holding his hand, right? And I'm like kind of like just my thumb. Put your hand down. So I'm like I'm putting my thumb on his, you know, over his knuckles and just kind of gentle. Or maybe I'm like even like kind of stroking the palm of your hand a little bit. They don't do that. Parents like will hold, like you'll interlock your fingers and you'll walk like, you know, maybe even swinging your hands or whatever. There's a difference between holding your hands like when your fingers are interlocked.
But if you're like,
rather than like stroking.
If you were upset and you went to your mom, wouldn't she like hold your hand and be like, "It's okay, sweetie"?
Yes, but that's a whole different thing.
I'm just saying I'm just trying to say that like the emotional level is different. I can recognize that.
Yeah, good. Because now you're making me really nervous, and I'm like, has anyone got a good divorce lawyer out there?
But what I'm saying is, like, the actions are like pretty subtly different.
I don't think they're subtly different. Being subtle means it's hard to see the difference. It is not hard to see the difference between the love of a parent to a child and of two people in love. What would you do? All right, right now, right? So that's a child. That's a little kid. So you're still your mother's child, right? So if your mom started doing this to you and being like, "It's okay, it's all right, it's okay, I know you're upset," like stroking your hair and like stroking your hair, wouldn't that be a little freaky?
Because it walks the line of being romantic. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, but then it's not subtle. It's not subtle. There's a definite difference right there. It's like, no, please don't do that. You're weird.
That's more subtle than like grabbing genitals, right?
It's not.
That's not subtle.
When you say something is subtle, that means to me that it's difficult to. It's blurred.
Right.
I don't think it's blurred.
If something makes you like a little bit uncomfortable, then it's blurry, right?
No, if somebody makes me a little uncomfortable and they don't realize it, okay, maybe it's blurry, but that somebody wouldn't be my mom or dad. Like that, like no. Like that would never happen.
But even okay, let's get rid of the family thing. What about
because you're really freaking me out right now.
Just like a good friend, it's like it's okay, right?
No, see that's a problem, and that's a problem that I had with you with Dina, because you did that to her. It's okay. It's all right. Like, stop fucking touching another woman when you're with me. That's never okay. If you are with someone, if you are dating someone, like completely.
But if it's the same sex, it would have been okay. If it was...
You would never do that to Nick. Would you do that to Nick? Would you be like, "It's okay, you know, hey, it's all fine"? No, you would never do that to Nick.
On the shoulder and the back, I'd be like, "Yeah, man, it's okay."
Yeah, but you don't do that to a woman. That is very different. As soon as you start rubbing a woman, you're laughing at me. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? So if a man was to like put his hand on your shoulder and be like, it's okay, and just kind of like do that like little rubby thing, like as soon as a man or a woman touches somebody of the opposite sex that they are not romantically or whatever involved with.
Or what if they are of the other orientation?
Or fine, whatever.
You have to consider orientation.
That's fine,
right?
I think so. So I mean, it depends on their. So now, like for someone like for Allie, who is gay, if she did that to me, I know that she's married, and she knows that I'm married, and she knows that I'm straight. So I would assume, and I wouldn't feel weird if she did that to me, because I know that she knows I don't go that way. But if she thought I was a little weirded out, the one time when I was teaching in Brooklyn. And I was still dating Johnny and not with Philip, and I wasn't married or anything. And like Mindy, she was like, she pushed the issue. Like we went out to dinner, myself, and Sabrina. We all went, it's the first time I ever had sushi. Ha ha, looking back on that, how funny was that? Yes, I know. And then, so she drove us all the way up to the Bronx from wherever the fuck we were in, like, I don't know if it was Brooklyn or Manhattan. She chose to drive us both up to the Bronx to drop Sabrina off first, then to come all the way back down to Brooklyn to drop me off. I'm like, really? Because she wanted me alone in the car with her. And then she wouldn't take me back to my apartment right away. She took me down to the beach at like, where's the Russian beach down there by Coney Island? Fuck, I can't think of the name of it now. You know, the Russian section down there? Yeah. Brighton Beach. Brighton Beach. Yeah. She took me down to Brighton Beach, and it was beautiful. And I'm just like, and then we like walked on the boardwalk. This was at night. We sat on the bench, you know, looking over the water. And I'm like,
yeah, we were a little...
this is incredibly romantic, and I am not interested in you like that. Like there was nothing. I mean, and you know, she was certainly, I don't know. I guess my type would be badass bitches, because you know I like, you know, Michonne from The Walking Dead, and you know Kara from The Legend of the Seeker and all that. But like, this was not a badass bitch. I don't think
a badass bitch would be doing that.
No, I agree.
Do that to her.
Anywho, so no, so that's different. Like, I mean, I don't think a heterosexual man can touch a heterosexual woman in that way without it being a bit of a line if you are already with someone. And in that case, I was standing right there with you, and it pissed me the fuck off, because when you drink, you get touchy-feely. And I did not like that one bit. And you know I didn't like that. And we had a whole thing about that. Yeah, that's not cool. So clearly you think the lines are blurry. I don't. Kit, where are you at here? Depending on the friendship would depend on what is acceptable. I think she's staying away from this discussion right now. That's okay, Kit. We're going to have this discussion tomorrow night. But yeah, that was not cool. Like, no, I don't like... Okay, let's turn the tables on you. So I'm at school... And, you know, I share the back office with Marzo now, right? So he's been having a lot of female troubles. So if I was like, it's okay, it's going to be okay, Marissa. You know what? It's okay. You know? And just kind of like, you know, rubbed his back like that. How would you feel if you caught me doing that or saw me doing that? Being like, it's going to be okay. You know what? I mean, I know. It's you know, it's rough. I already see it in your face. You're thinking it. You're seeing it, and you're like, oh, no. You wouldn't like it, would you? You wouldn't like it, would you?
I trust you.
I trust you, too. But you still doesn't mean you have to like it. And it still bothers you, right? I trust you. But seeing what, you know, that little interaction, and that was before we were married. I'm like, that bothered me. Was not happy. Wow, I think we just had a breakthrough. He's nodding his head like, yeah. Wow. See, here we were, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. And now we're 40 minutes into the show and we're still talking about the first article.
All right, next article.
Somebody doesn't want to talk about this anymore. It's so cool that he finally figured this shit out. I love it. Wait, there's one thing I have to say, because they're defining pansexual, which is something I was always wondering about. I thought pansexual meant like you can go like any which way, right? But apparently it's actually defined as sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction toward people regardless of their sex or gender identity. Oh, well, that's what it said. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, if you're woman, man, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but how's that different from bisexual, though? Because you might find someone who is transgender attractive in both forms, I guess. Is that what the difference is? Now I'm really confused.
So-
Wait, now I confused myself again.
Sounds like it's maybe a subtle different. Well, I hate to use the
Stop
word subtle.
using subtle, because you don't get subtle. All right, so now I'm confused. Wait, no, I am really genuinely confused now. Now I'm thinking about this. So pansexual, which I just thought means you kind of like anything, right? But I mean,
I think
okay.
it sounds like at the next level of bisexual. 'Cause
yeah.
Bisexual is a man or a woman, but I guess it sounds like you don't care about their
Whether they're man, woman, or in
sex.
between, or
gender identity.
right. So I may be born with female genitalia, but consider myself an it, right? That's one of the things, like, you can be like non-binary, right? So like I'm it, they, whatever. And so you might come along and be like, I don't care what you call yourself, you're hot, right?
I guess.
I guess that's kind of pansexual. Here are two heterosexuals trying to figure shit out. This is not the best thing.
Yeah.
We need to find people who can talk to us about this.
So maybe it's you're attracted to someone who is confused.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, that's fine.
So, and Kit, I see, this is the bottom line as far as what I agree with Kit 100%. She said, trust is great to have and know nothing more would happen. However, if you do something you think is uncomfortable for your mate to see, it is wrong. Exactly. But you probably didn't know that. And after I told you, you've never done anything like that again. So that's cool. Has there been anything I've ever done that made you uncomfortable that you would never want to see me do again? And you can't count that time when we were definitely friends with benefits and we were at that beer hall in Brooklyn and I was sitting across from you because you decided to sit next to the flute player. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is how it's going to go. Fine. I sat down next to the lawyer who was also the saxophone player, and then some random dude came behind me and gave me that big hug. And then you were like, do you know that guy? I'm like, not at all. And then you and the sax player were like, all getting all masculine, going outside, like, where is he? And you got all bitchy and pissy and like wouldn't talk to me. Like, you were angry. I'm like, bitch, you don't have the right to be like that to me. You're the one that sat down next to the flute player who's like, oh, hi, Kevin. Like, do you want to be with a flute player? Like, really? Come on. No offense to flute players out there, but flute players in like bands, they this one time in band camp.
Well, I'm with a skin flute player now.
Yes, but I was a saxophone player and I did great with my fingering, tenor sax, and piano player. Like, you want fingering? Yo. No. And I started with flute.
I want good tonguing.
Well, hello. You need really good tonguing if you're playing saxophone. Just saying. Anywho.
Don't read too much into that.
Okay. Yeah, sorry.
All right, we have another article.
Yeah, we have a lot of other articles. I'm just this article goes on. We're not even halfway through that article, but that's okay. I'm anyhow. So, Kit, I'm just gonna say this as someone who went through 4 years of band camp and 4 years of high school band buses to football games and other places. Hopefully you've had the talk. That's all I'm going to say. Woof. Yeah. Some of the best memories were on band buses. Wow. Anywho, so we have a couple things we can talk about. I don't know if we want to dip into this. It's already 8:44, and so these are kind of like serious things. So maybe we want to jump over to...
not so serious.
Not so serious, since we've only got 16 minutes left. I have this. You gave me the same link for the same thing twice, just so you know.
No, they're different things.
No, they're not. Like, that was not. So look.
I had a different title.
Okay, look right here. All right, ready? I'm gonna click on it. Same article. You screwed up.
Clicked on it twice.
No! Oh my God! I know how to fucking click on a link. Go. Yeah. No, close that first. Close that. No. Close that first.
This.
Yes.
Okay.
Now close it. Now click on the. Wait, that's not this one. Click on that link right there.
They're two different links. I don't know.
Click on the first link.
Okay, click on the first link. You said.
Yeah. Oh, that's that one over there. Oh, I thought you gave me another link after that.
I did. It's right here.
Yeah, but that one I already had up. I thought you were talking about something else.
I did. I said I had 2 links for you.
Yeah, but the one is serious. So we want to talk about this one.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to put this one up here. Wow. Yeah, we are on definitely different sides tonight. Like, we're going to have like a conversation between Kevin and Carrie. We're going to have a conversation like that one day.
Conversation like what?
Like Dan and I have, like on different sides. And then we meet in the middle. Like, we're definitely, it's like we're
different sides of what?
Your fucking brain, apparently. Anyhow. All right. So here is our probably our final link for tonight. We only did 2. This is an interesting conversation we've had, though. So you said you didn't get a chance to look at this, and
No.
I didn't either, obviously. So, but I've heard of like weird shit like this happening before.
Yeah.
So the article is Aussie woman says she woke up with Irish accent after tonsil surgery. So, but she's Australian, but she's also Asian. So it says Angela Yen, 27, has been documenting her experience on the social media website TikTok. Logan, I will cut you, but I'm glad to see you. So anyhow, so she reveals how she was taken aback when she realized she was speaking in an Irish accent after her tonsillectomy on April 19th. I've never visited Ireland before. Since I went to Australia when I was 8 years old, I've had an Aussie accent for the past 20 years. So many people say that she's lying. I've seen that before. Dr. Carl Kruszelnicki, holy crap, who knows, an Australian science communicator, says that while cases like Yen's are rare, they have been documented. I have seen this. Like, I've definitely seen this. It says Kruszelnicki. Why do we have these crazy names tonight? Claimed in his own TikTok video that Yen could have foreign accent syndrome based on what he has witnessed. So it says, according to Dr. K, about 150 cases of foreign accent syndrome have been recorded in medical publications, but he believes there could be more. Yes! So here's another one. A Texas woman who had jaw surgery in 2016 awoke with a variety of accents ranging from a British to a subtle Australian twang. It's a rare medical disorder when the brain that controls speech is damaged or injured.
Isn't twang more of a...
Y'all?
Like a, yeah.
What's up, y'all?
Southern,
I know.
Southern United States.
Southern kind of twang. Yeah. You know, you got that twang. Yeah.
Right,
Anyway.
like Shania Twang.
Oh my God. So yeah, this is crazy. So like, wait, I'm also double checking here. Looking at the, don't give in. Women just want to be done. So Beard, it's a good thing you did the winky face because we might have to kick you out of the chat room. What the hell, man? Really? Anywho. Kit, handle Beard. So, it's, and apparently it's a distorted version, not a true accent that this woman has right now. It's interesting because I have heard that, like, it can actually be connected to strokes or head trauma and psychiatric disorders. It's interesting. It's when the brain that controls speech the area of the brain that controls speech is damaged or injured. Wow. So he explained that a traumatic event on the body, such as tonsil surgery, can affect speech patterns and cause a person to slur their words, similar to how alcohol can affect speech patterns and cause a person to slur their words. So I had my tonsils taken out, and I'm not speaking with an Irish accent because I'm terrible with that. I can never. You can do an Irish accent. You do a great Irish accent. I do a shit. I can't even. I can do British. I can do Southern, and I can do like New York, like a Brooklyn New Yorker, an Italian Brooklyn New Yorker.
We'll have to get more subscribers then when I do it.
Oh, come on. Do a little bit of the Irish accent. Just a wee bit. Come on. You can do a wee bit. And he's drinking now, so he can do better.
I need more to drink.
Wait, what's going on here? Wait. Who the fuck is the moderator deleting our shit? What the hell? All of Beard's messages have been deleted. Who's the moderator? Here we go again. All right. You know what? I'm going to be on the VOP chat channel in 2 seconds about this. Like, what is going on here? Hey, I'm going to say something right now.
Is that Ace? Did Ace show up?
She was here, but I don't think she did, hang on. We're in the middle of our show, and I am doing this voice to text on my phone to you guys, period. Beard was saying some funny things about dominating, and Kit and I were kind of saying the same things back, and his messages all got deleted by the moderator. What the fuck? What the fuck didn't come through? Wait a second, let me try that again. What the fuck? There we go. Say
it into the microphone.
There we go. All right, so I just sent that. Anywho, so, yeah, right? Who was the fucking moderator deleting the dominating thing? It's not like you said anything horrific. Anywho, poor Beard. I'm sorry, Beard. I apologize. Beard, come back tomorrow. We'll let you talk then. Anyhow, can you please do your Irish accent? It's so cute.
Well, why do you want me to do it? I'm like not even buzzed. I need more drink.
You don't need to be buzzed to do an Irish accent. It's so cute. Like your Italian teacher called you leprechaun. What? You're pointing.
He called me leprechaun.
Yeah. Cow poo cakes recovered in a bag during... Oh, wait, I don't know what I'm looking at now.
What?
I just looked up here and saw cow poo cakes. Cow poo cakes? Anyhow, we digress. So yeah, so like, all right, so I think I love an Irish accent. I think it's sexy as hell, especially if you're wearing a fisherman's sweater and sitting on a rocky out jutting into the ocean and just like, like there's nothing like a real Irishman who's just like offering me a pint of Guinness and a shot of Tullamore Dew at the same time. And we went to the Jameson distillery.
A car bomb?
Careful, your IRA is showing. Yeah, I mean, I think you're being mean that you're not doing your Irish accent. Just saying.
I'll do it just before we end the show. How's that?
Please stay tuned so you can hear the Irish accent.
You gotta stay to the end.
Yes, you gotta stay to the end. Which is 9 more minutes. I think it will stay. Everyone else is already gone. I think Beard's like, all right, fuck this shit. If I'm getting deleted, fuck you guys. Anywho. So yeah.
They're probably like not able to respond or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. That was bizarre.
You got in a timeout.
Yeah, like he wasn't saying anything horrible. He was talking about like, you know, because Kit, right? Because you started Kit with the Olive Beer's messages got deleted. Wow, well, that's rude. Wow, I'm scrolling back up all the way through the chat. Oh, there he is. No, every single. Wow, I wonder if he got blocked. Even the normal messages got deleted. Guys, who the fuck is the moderator? Dan's... Oh, okay. Seriously, we're still on the air, and I'm still trying to figure out who deleted all of Beard on Tap's messages. This is not cool. He wasn't being stupid. All right, so I'm just saying how angry I am right now, and I'm sending, like, death emojis and poo emojis.
Death by poo.
Death by poo. No, I'm serious. Like, now I feel bad because Beard showed up several times. Like, I don't want him to be like, all right, well, fuck you guys. Wow, that's really horrible. Only thing not deleted was him. I had this stupid thing that said, oh, redeeming points. Yeah. Like, what the hell? I don't know.
Deleted, but no points.
Fuck Twitch. I don't like Twitch to begin with.
Well,
there should be another way of doing
it's all
it.
about your moderators.
What is going on here? I'm so confused. I'm confused. All right. I'm confused. Are you talking about my situation or something else? Anyhow. All right. Now I got to put my phone on silent. I'm getting very annoyed. I apologize, Beard, if you can still hear it. If it was for sexual comments, our whole show would be deleted tomorrow night. Yes. Agreed, Kit. Like, what the fuck? Not happy right now. I'm sorry, Beard. I apologize. Anywho, I bet you it has something to do with Twitch. I don't think anyone gives a shit that much about, like, there's a lot of things that we, like, people say on the shows on this network for that to get, like, deleted. What? Have you heard some of these shows? Have you heard some of the things on some of these shows? Have you heard some of the things on Kits in my show? I'm just saying. Like, holy crap. Wow.
I don't know. Do we have another thing to talk about?
Yeah, we do. But I mean, it's like, I mean, like the, all right.
This is what you want to talk about.
Well, yeah, but this is a deeper dive though.
Okay.
And if I start with this, then it's going to take forever and it's not going to work.
Okay.
All right. So we'll just go with this one article. I mean, I wanted to talk a lot about this aspect because I'm like annoyed. Ace, hey, no, it's okay. It's fine. I don't know what's going on. Beard on Tap, like everything that he said has been completely deleted from the chat. And he wasn't being rude or terrible. He was being his normal self. Like we were engaging him, talking about stuff, and like all of a sudden all of his shit got deleted. Yeah. Kit, can you handle that for me in the chat? Thanks. I appreciate it, love. So I mean, so this is only like, we only have a few minutes left. And this was part of a much larger thing I wanted to talk about. But, okay. So just putting this out there, and I'm not trying to be political at all here, because you're either going to get the vaccine for COVID or you're not, right? And there are some people still on the fence and they're not sure, and that's fine. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to, say whatever. I don't care. You have to make your own decision. And some people are not comfortable getting it, and I get that, and that's fine. But my problem is with this article and this situation. So, people get very in an uproar and they get very angry if so some colleges are requiring students and staff to get the vaccine in order to come back in person, right? And people get all bent out of shape about that. Like, how dare you do that? Okay. Okay, that's a good thing to talk about on another day. However, in this article, it says a private Florida school. Now, this is I think it's a K to 12 school. It's not. It's not a college. Okay, so a private Florida school will not employ vaccinated teachers. They warned teachers and staff against taking the COVID-19 vaccine.
So, you can kind of prove that you got the vaccine with the card. There's a card the CDC will give you. How do you prove you don't have it?
So this is the thing I wanted to really this is a huge deep dive for next week, because there's a lot to talk about here. I'm not even talking about how you prove you have it or you don't have it. Again, we're talking about HIPAA and nobody can ask me, I mean, I get if you're flying to a foreign country, there are certain things you have to prove that you have or have not, whatever. That I get. But to deny employment or to even possibly fire someone from a job because they got a vaccine is abso-fucking-lutely ridiculous, and I'm pretty sure well within the lawsuit realm. What the hell are you talking about? And so the co-founder, Layla Sentner, told employees in a letter last week she made the policy decision with a very heavy heart. And she asked those who have not received a COVID-19 vaccine to wait until the end of the school year, and even then recommended holding off. So private schools can fire people at whim. It doesn't matter. There's no contracts, there's nothing. It's whatever. We don't like you. We don't like the way you dress. Goodbye. So what? They're not even saying why. She said she stood by the decision Tuesday in a statement sent to the Associated Press. This is a little bit ago, which featured the biologically impossible claim that unvaccinated women have experienced miscarriages and other reproductive problems just by standing in proximity to vaccinated people. Talk about fucking retarded. Fucking retarded. So, Kit, I'm not even talking about whether they've been vaccinated or not. I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the absolute fucking lack of common sense, total stupidity, and outrage. Just listen to that sentence again. Her whole point was that she claimed that unvaccinated women have experienced miscarriages and other reproductive problems just by standing next to vaccinated people. That is complete fucking bullshit. So, that just makes no fucking sense. None whatsoever. There is nothing. There's nothing. It's not even holy shit. And then, it's insane. So, and the Florida Department of Education didn't respond to a request for comment. Well, of course not, because that's absolutely insane. That is bullshit. You're going to fire people for having the vaccine?
I just want to see the trials that prove that. You're going to have pregnant women standing next to vaccinated
somebody who's been
people,
vaccinated and they're going to have a miscarriage.
And you're going to
Yeah. Where did she get her information? This is what's dangerous. And I mean, very serious. I know we're at 9:00 right now. But this is what's very, very fucking dangerous, because people go off half-cocked about stupid shit like this. It's absolutely absurd. Whether you're an anti-vaxxer or not, there's been not zero negative people have had this experience.
Well, the problem,
and where did she get this? And she's just putting this out there, and she has a position of power because she is the co-founder, and so therefore people have to listen to her. This is what's dangerous. This is
Yeah.
where we go down the Q theory rabbit hole shit about all kinds of stuff. There are some legitimate things out there. This is not one of them.
Yeah.
This is absolutely not one of them.
The problem is that you can claim certain things are not disproven, and that gives you enough support.
Yeah. Well, you can't show me the incidences where it didn't happen, so I can say it did.
Right. There's been no
Fuck
study
you.
that.
Oh my God. So stupid.
There's been no study that licking Legos makes you unfertile, but I think it does. So prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong, yeah. I'm right until proven wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
So
that.
make sure you don't lick Legos if you
Yes.
want kids. Like, what?
Yeah. So don't forget, you promised that we're at the end of the show now, and you said you were going to grant us a little Irish action there.
Irish accent.
Come on! You do such a great job with this. Now you're like, oh, I can't do it. Urgh. Why do you have my mouse in your hand? Stop it. No. You don't need the mouse. Put your hand away. Come on! We're overtime now. Come on.
You're going to have to pour me some more drink here, Lassie. I need some more. I can't do this when I'm sober.
Oh, there we go. That was good. It's almost a little Scotch there. Oh, we have to watch Outlander. Do you want to get a really good tonight?
I want to get a really good frog in my throat.
Wear a kilt. You promised you'd wear a kilt. Anyhow.
Yeah, that wasn't. That was more Scottish.
And Ace, no. If I give him the mouse, he's gonna like stop the show and like be like fucked up. So
Stop the show.
why were you touching my mouse?
Why were you touching my penis? Jeez, Carrie, this isn't a video show.
You never complained about me touching your penis before, and we have an OnlyFans account. No, anyhow. All right, so we're gonna go with that. That was something else I wanted to talk about, but we didn't get there. Yeah, this has been a weird night. Okay, thanks for listening, and I hope. Yeah, I'm very touchy. Beard, I hope that you're still there and that you come back. I feel really, really bad. Oh, anywho, thanks all for tuning in and listening, even if you only partially listened, because we're completely crazy. But hey, all right, have a good night, all.